What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of the JuiceBox presented by LOCKCITY. It's Whitey here today. Happy Sunday. Hopefully everyone's having a good weekend, whether you're watching the NFL action today now that Counter-Strike is over, whether you enjoyed some UFC last night, college football. We had a full weekend of sports regardless of what you were into. Obviously today here we're going to be talking about some Counter-Strike, some ESL Pro League Season 22, the continuation of that. It's taking place in Stockholm, Sweden, as you guys obviously know at this point, those of you that have been watching the videos. So we're just going to get into it. We'll review Stage 2, the bracket, kind of the layout up until this point, and then talk about some matches for tomorrow, go over profit, typical deal. So without further ado, let's just get into it. In terms of the bracket, this is what we're looking like. Team Spirit, MOUZ, Falcons, and G2 Esports are all 2-0. They're going to be facing off to move on to the playoffs tomorrow. Whichever teams win this, whatever teams go 3-0, have already made their way into the playoffs. So kudos to them. We have a number of 1-1 teams. We have Team Vitality, we have FURIA, we have Aurora, we have Na'Vi, we have 3D Max, we have Gentlemates, we have Inner Circle, and we have HOTU all at 1-1. And then surprisingly, the Mongols 0-2. FaZe Clan is 0-2 after their forfeit on day one. Astralis is 0-2, and Gamer Legion also 0-2, so they will be trying to avoid elimination tomorrow. So we'll talk about that here in a moment as well. In terms of picks and how we're looking so far, obviously we didn't have a video yesterday. Those of you that remember from the video prior, I had a wedding to go to, so kind of hopping back into things today. I had a little bit later of a start to the morning, obviously being out late yesterday, so I didn't get a ton of bets in. But from the day prior, we'll review those as well. So we had three big ones, obviously, on the video. We shouted out Na'Vi on the money line. Na'Vi came through for us. We had Falcons -1.5 and MOUZ on the money line. That two-legger came through for us. Live in the Discord that same day, we also had HOTU on the money line against Mongols. Bobby Digital in the Discord found a nasty +850, $50, paid like $475 for him for a correct score on HOTU, 2-1 over Mongols. I had HOTU on the money line, 4 times your money, 2 units, paid 8 units. We had a big day there. Obviously, we were profitable on the last podcast as well. Look to do the same today. Overall for the tournament, including channel plays that we've counted out on the video, stage 1, stage 2, so on and so forth. We're currently at 23 and 13 now overall. That's plus $1,173 or 11.73 units. And obviously we're going to look to keep it pushing here today. For those of you that watch the videos regularly, you know that all of the odds that will be discussed in today's video will be on Thunderpick.io, which is one of the top books in the world for esports betting. You can deposit on Thunderpick using crypto, credit card, Apple Pay, Visa Debit, or via their new gift card deposit, which allows you to purchase and deposit a Thunderpick gift card amount directly to your balance. And Thunderpick has lines for all of your favorite esports, including but not limited to CS2, League, Dota, Valorant, Overwatch, COD, Fortnite, Rocket League, and so much more. If you visit tinyurl.com/LockCityTP, you can get a 100% deposit match on your first deposit all the way up to $600 or whatever the equivalent is in your local currency. Any amount that you deposit up to $600 will get immediately matched by Thunderpick for you to be able to use for your esports picks. We've obviously been super profitable on CS2, but with that deposit bonus, you can always try your luck with some of your other favorites with that free money to play with. That's tinyurl.com/LockCityTP for a 100% deposit bonus at Thunderpick up to $600. Alrighty, and now we will get into the plays. So we have 3 plays that are loaded up here on Thunderpick that we're going to talk about. The first one, so all 3 of these are going to be 2-unit plays. You can ignore this one down at the bottom. That's one of my NFL plays for today. I have the Lions -9.5, and they're up, I think, like 7-0 or whatever. But you guys don't care about that. You're here for some CS. So the first 2, I'm going to be going with the 4:30 games. I'm going to go with HOTU, and I'm going to go with Gentlemates here. Firstly, we're going to go HOTU +5.5 round spread on their map pick, presumably their map pick, which is going to be map 1. So we'll slide over to Vitality and HOTU. Public consensus here, obviously just because HOTU's been hot, I'm sure people are trolling here. Well, maybe not necessarily trolling, but overly optimistic on the HOTU side of things. I would love to see them win this matchup. I hope they win this matchup. I think it's going to be close. In terms of a map pick, obviously Ancient, they're not going to be able to pick into Ancient, which sucks for them here. HOTU's going to ban Inferno. I would imagine that HOTU's probably going to take Mirage here. I could see them taking Train. I would imagine it's probably going to be Mirage. All we need them to do is win at least 8 rounds. they've been super competitive with everybody that they've been playing against. They obviously beat Mongols, they beat Ents, they beat Bait, they beat FURIA, so on and so forth. They were on that 4-match win streak that got halted today against Spirit, but I think they play Vitality closely here. Vitality obviously had the 0-1 start after getting upset by Gentlemates. Turned around, they beat Gamer Legion today. Obviously they're going to be hungry, they're going to want to come through this 3-1. I'm sure they probably do, but I think HOTU keeps this close here. So give me HOTU plus 5.5 round spread on their map pick, map 1. That's going to be the first leg. Second leg's just going to be Gentlemates plus 1.5 map spread against Aurora. I think Gentlemates wins this straight up. I'm going to be honest. Last time these teams played, all the way back in 2022, do not look at that, not relevant. That was Movistar Riders and Eternal Fire many moons ago, almost 3 years, well, over 3 years ago now at this point. So don't look at that. In terms of map pool here, I think Gentlemates could win Inferno. I think Gentlemates is going to pick into Nuke. I expect them to win Nuke. Aurora is going to ban Ancient here. It's their most played map, but I would say Nuke is almost just as strong of a map for Gentlemates. We've seen what they've done on Nuke recently. They've looked great. Martinez especially has looked excellent on Nuke. I'm going to go Gentlemates plus 1.5. I think they could win it outright again. If you want to take them on the money line, so be it. I'm going to play it safe here. Gentlemates plus 1.5 map spread. HOTU plus 5.5 round spread. 2 units is going to pay 4.43 units. The next one that we're going to talk about, I'm taking another underdog here. It's going to be Inner Circle against FURIA. Didn't really love what I saw out of FURIA, or what we have been seeing out of FURIA. So FURIA very quickly took the #1 VRS ranking and then immediately lost it. Now Spirit has the #1 VRS ranking again. In terms of maps here, I think Inner Circle can win Dust 2. I think Inner Circle can have a very competitive Mirage. I think that would be close. I think Train would be close. We're not going to see Ancient. I don't think Overpass would be close. I would give that to FURIA. I think Nuke I would give to FURIA as well, but we're not going to see Inferno. We're not going to see Ancient. I think Inner Circle can win a couple of these. I think even on the ones that look a little bit more, like there's a little bit more disparity there, I think they're going to be a little bit closer than what people may anticipate. I'm going to go Inner Circle on the money line for my second one. 2.7 times your money. 2 units is going to pay 5.4 units. And the last one that we're going to look at, I'm just going to go in the 2-0 bracket, the 4 teams that are 2-0 playing one another. I'm just going to go with some money lines here. So we're going to go with Falcons on the money line against MOUZ and Spirit on the money line against G2. This is by far the sketchiest play of the day. If you're going to leave one off, leave this one off. These two I feel great about. This one could be hit or miss. I feel good about it. I wouldn't say I feel great about it. Falcons, I do think that they beat MOUZ. Both of these teams obviously have looked good. Both of these teams obviously are 2-0 coming into this. Neither of these teams have dropped the map. So MOUZ beat Gentlemates 2-0. They beat Gamer Legion 2-0. Falcons beat Na'Vi 2-0, and they beat Astralis 2-0. The last time that these teams saw each other was about a month and a half ago. Falcons won that 2-1. That was at the Esports World Cup. Obviously, that was a Falcons home tournament, more or less, for them. They were on home soil. Their organization put on the tournament, so on and so forth. I do think Falcons win this again, though. I like the form that we've seen them in. I also, no discredit to MOUZ at all. MOUZ has been in good form as well. I've just given the edge to Falcons here. I'm going to take Falcons on the money line. And then I really like what we saw out of Spirit today. I thought Zwei was playing great. I think Tanir's looking a little bit more comfortable. Donk was doing Donk things. Shiro had a little bit of an off day, and they still looked excellent. So give me Spirit against G2. I do like G2. I like watching G2 play. I like Heavy God. I like a lot of these players on the G2 roster. But all in all, I'm going to have to give the edge to Spirit. I think Spirit wins Mirage. I think Spirit, we're not going to see Nuke. I think Spirit wins Overpass. I think Spirit wins Ancient. G2 could win Train. Spirit's going to ban Inferno probably. G2 then picks into Train. I can't imagine they picked us too. But I think Spirit obviously wins in a best of 3 there. So I'm going to take Spirit as my second leg on that. I'm going to go Falcons and Spirit on the money line. 2.51 times your money. 2 units is going to pay 5.01 units. All right, y'all, that is it for Monday morning. I will throw the cheat sheet out shortly here, but we got 3 plays that I feel really good about on the board here for tomorrow. If you're tailing, let me know in the comments. Make sure to leave a like on the video, comment on the video, subscribe if you're listening on YouTube or Spotify. Follow us if you're listening on X, and thank you for listening. See y'all tomorrow. Peace.